DIY lava lamps. So I've got two ready set up. Holly, if you just want to put the water in this glass first for me.
I can do that for you.
And
no
then
problem.
the oil on the top. And we already know that water and oil, they don't mix. We see this all the time in salad dressing. So we are going to use this to our advantage. Now, each of us has got a little bit of food colouring.
Right.
So there we go. If you want to just put a good old blob in each one, that's it. A couple of little drops.
Oops.
So we've got a different colour each. And then we're going to take half like a soluble aspirin, you know, the fizzy ones.
Yeah.
Then on the count of three, let's all dip it in at the same time, OK?
Chuck it in.
Chuck it in, chuck it in. 3, 2, 1. And now watch what happens. So we know that water and oil, they won't mix. So what's happening here is that as the aspirin is dissolving, it's creating carbon dioxide bubbles, and those bubbles are almost like little lifts, little vehicles for that coloured water, which is lifting that coloured water up into the oil.
I know, that's so cool.
But when it gets to the top, those bubbles pop. So they float to the top, they pop, and then that means that the water is going to try and separate out again.
You need to take Chester to one of his toddler classes because they look at stuff like this all day long. You're going to love it. You need to hang with him.
That's such fun.
I know, it
Next
is. It's like
one.
dreaming.
OK, so this is called rainbow milk, and I love this one because it feels like you've got magical powers.
OK.
So I'm going to just put a little bit of food colouring. This is just milk, whole milk in a plate, on a plate, you know, quite a shallow dish will do you fine. So here we go, putting a bit of blue.
I've got the adult version of this in a moment, which I'll tell you about.
Oh,
OK. That sounds fun. All right, so there we go. And I'm just going to...
It's OK, don't be
going to give it a
worried.
bit of a mix. And already we are seeing we've got lots of really lovely rainbow colours.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to take a cotton bud and some dish soap. Just any old dish soap will do. And I'm putting a very small bit, not much at all, on the cotton bud. And who wants to do the magic?
Go on, Phil, you do it.
Yeah? So, Phil, all I want you to do is just gently hold that on the top of the milk, on the surface, and see what happens.
Just touch it to the
surface.
surface.
Just hold it there. Keep it there.
No way! Why does it do that?
Magic. So what's happening? Inside milk, you have water and you've also got fat. Now, dish soap absolutely loves fat. It's why it's so good at cleaning dishes, because it will grab onto the fat and take it away. So what's happening here is the dish soap is searching for those little fat
Which is
molecules.
why you said whole milk and not skim milk. Because
Absolutely.
if you did it on cream, would it go even more crazy?
Cream would... Skim milk will work.
OK.
This is the grown-up
So
version.
if you have a plate of cream, single cream, or double cream, and then you have, and I think it's Pedro Jimenez sherry, which is a really thick sherry, and you pour it into the cream, it moves.
It does the same thing.
Fascinating.
I'm going to give you one of these for now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
that?
So this is the next experiment. Everybody loves bubbles, but bubble blowers last season. Today we're going to be making bubble snakes.
No
All right, this should be quite
way.
good fun. So all I've got is just some plastic bottles, obviously reusable bottles. Not sorry. Let's reuse these before we recycle them.
Yeah.
One for you there.
Thank you.
And all I've got is this is kind of like a microfiber washcloth.
Yeah.
But to be honest, a sock would work. Doesn't really matter.
OK.
And then you just want to put an elastic band over the top to secure it in place. And I've got here some bubble mixture, which is just 1 part dish soap to 1 part water.
Right.
And we're going to dip it in. So everyone have a go at this. So dip it in and then just scrape off some of that excess. And we're going to have a bit of a competition.
Who can make the biggest snake?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, you ready? OK, let's do a countdown again.
OK.
3, 2, 1. Can you catch it? Whoa, how competitive are you two? So what's happening here, because the washcloth is creating loads of opportunities to make lots of bubbles. Right, I might just leave these two to it. Look at this.
Stop!
Phil, you got it, you got it.
Hang on a second, hang on. Oh, no.
I can't believe this is still working.
I've got a slight shirt. I'd have a slight shirt incident.
I trapped my arm!
Right, OK.
How good's
There you go. So the reason
I didn't realise it was going to come up in little bubbles.
No. So the reason is because obviously this cloth here.
I need a hairdryer.
Loads of little spaces, which makes lots of little bubbles. Bubbles like to be friends, they stick together, which is why you end up with a long
That's so
snake.
cool.
Brilliant.
Like that.
OK, last thing. Let me just move the bubbles out of the way. we know that there's been a slime craze.
Yes.
Everybody loves slime. We're not making slime today. We're making quicksand, or I like to call this goop.
Oh, right.
But all you need, 2 ingredients, is just cornstarch and water. So you might play with this before.
Done this before.
Put some water in there for me.
I think this is a rite of passage for every kids presenter that you have to bounce on custard.
Yeah.
So true.
It's so true.
But it can take a little while to come together. So I'll start mixing this, and you two can have a play with this. I've just put some food colouring inside it.
So if you can...
There you go.
You can punch it.
You can.
And you don't go in.
But also, so if you try to gather some up and turn it into a little ball in your hands, and then you'll find...
It slowly...
Then you get it.
So you already know what you're doing. But then you can sort of turn it into a ball. So we call this is a non-newtonian fluid, a solution, which sounds really fancy, but actually it just means
I do this with Chester, and I put it in like a big sort of dish, and then I hide stuff in it. And he's got to find it. And of course, at first he's trying to get it really quickly.
That's such a good idea.
So he can't find it. It needs to go slow.
So if I just show you this, guys, look, what I quite like doing, if you try and turn it into a ball like this.
Oh, it's crumbling.
A bit there, and once
Yeah,
I shall do it on this ball here. Yeah, keep it moving. So as long as you're applying pressure, then you're going to make it's going to feel firm.
The minute you let it go.
Exactly. Ready?
Ah, that's so cool.
Fun, right?
That is cool.
So there you go. So that's how it.
I love the way you made it snot green as well. Well done.
I mean, it's got to be really, hasn't it?
Of course, it has to be.
There you go.
Well done.
Can we do more another time, please? I like doing this.
Great fun.